Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back on there again today. My name still remain Marufojo, and then this afternoon I'll be talking on a topic that have been disturbing me to some extent. I won't lie. For the past few days or few months, and I believe if I share maybe my concern with you people out there, you'll be able to solve this problem for me. And then it's not really a problem but an issue that I had some of my friends discussing, and I was a bit taken aback with what I heard from them. And the issue they actually deal about engagement ring. Then who should be responsible? To some extent I buy the idea, but to a larger extent I didn't buy the idea, because the world currently we're talking about now is world of equality, where everybody is equal, whether man, woman, professionally, in every walks of life we see ourselves as equal. But personally, maybe because I've attached maybe religious belief and then maybe cultural beliefs into it, I believe men should be up there, men should be responsible for certain things. That is why what they call part of responsibility. If there should be a date, they were even talking about if there should be a date which should pick up the first date expenses or the stuff. Personally, I still believe it should be a man. It just shows how responsible you are. It shows how ready you are. It shows your determination to have that thing. It shows your interest in what you're doing. So I believe man should stand up for that responsibility to pick up that particular the date expenses. But if to another extent, that is why I said to some extent I actually support what you were saying. We started to talk about equality between man and woman, or just in every walks of life. To me, I believe if I, as a man and a woman, have the same qualification and the same experience, we should be earning the same amount of money. I don't believe because I'm a man I should earn more than because myself and that lady, we put the same amount of effort into becoming what we are. So why should I again be paid more than that lady? It shouldn't be so. We should always be on the same level. But normally in most of working place it's not like that. So there are a lot of women being paid more than men, and but there are more in terms of men being paid more money than women, and if they are on the same level of qualification. To me, that is wrong. That needs to be correct. But normally in everything we are equal. So if we are equal, I don't believe men should always be the one to do this. I see it as if we are equal when the card is playing against them. I mean against women. But we are not equal when men are on the receiving end. If women are on the receiving end, then we are not equal. They'll be marginalized, they'll be doing this, they'll be doing that, all those stuff. But when men are on the receiving end, then it is there we are equal. Women expect men to pick up dates expenses. They expect men to pick up wedding ring engagement ring expenses. And then but when it is responsibility, the responsibility now comes to their own terms. It is then they now say that okay, we are not equal, this is your responsibility, this you have to do that. But when it's shifted to the other side, they expect everything to be on equal level. That is why when they started all this argument, the discussion, I always say you guys are not serious. To me, this is what you have to do, this is what I believe. But at this stage I have to tend towards some of their discussion, some of their to their outcomings, because I see it as everything in this world are changing. Then when men are ready, when men are picking up all these bills, mostly some women are not working. men are ready to do everything. They are the one that should be responsible for the household, everything. And this actually comes out from religion beliefs. But if we are trying to write off some of the religion beliefs or cultural beliefs and put it aside in order to put the two being male and female into the same level category, then certain things too have to be put in the same level of outcome. Like if I'm going out with you, I don't believe now it is about men have to propose, men have to, okay, or you see somebody saying that he is not engaged to me. If a man is not ready to engage you, to tell you that will you marry me, I believe we should be, woman should be able to say, okay, will you marry me to buy a ring? It has happened. I read a story whereby a guy and a lady have been going out, they even have children with themselves. But after maybe about 11 years, the woman expects that man to say, okay, will you marry me, all those stuff, and everything's to go the same way. He didn't do that. So the woman was so furious that, okay, she explained everything to one of her friends, and her friend, come on, when is his birthday? During his birthday, just organize a party for him, buy a ring. If he can't do that, you just do it for him, and then you'll be ashamed. And that is exactly what happened. He went there, he just knelt down, will you marry me? He did not even organize the party without his knowledge. Everybody was there, and in presence of everybody, she even wore a wedding gown and she just put it in, will you marry me? And it was a sort of, and she felt, why are you doing this? Okay, I will marry you, but I need to do this. Well, I don't believe so. I believe I'm not getting the whole thing that it should be the two-way side. Both men and women should be responsible for the thing. Don't get me wrong, that is what I'm actually talking with what is going on in society now. For me personally, it should be from man to woman to ladies. So you should be able to propose to your woman, you should be able to pay for the engagement ring. But in the case of, okay, you are in a hurry, or everything continues to go on and on. And in the case of the society now, we are all equal, whether woman or man or everybody, we are all into it together. You are into it because you want to be there. You are into it because you really love to be in that particular relationship. You really want to make sure that everything that goes around that relationship, you are part of it. That's why you are into it. You really believe in it. That is why you are into it. You trust the person you are going out with. That is why you are into it. And once you are into it, you should be willing, and you should be able to say, okay, will you be able to do this for me? Because if that is the minimum thing you are expecting from that particular person. But for me, I believe that is why as a person, I'm not talking of what my friends said or what I believe it should be happening now. But personally, what I would do if I'm in the same shoe is that I have to do it because it is then I value what I have. It is then I believe that, okay, to show some sort of appreciation in what I have to do it. But this actually was one of those things they would discuss. They said, okay, if I said, because I was telling them, I have to show some certain level of appreciation. So by buying this, by showing my would-be wife that, okay, you are the best in the world, you are the one that I want, you are this, you need, that is why I value you so much to buy this particular thing for you. But they now said, how does a woman value her husband? But it's because the two of them have to go hand by hand. The wife to be able to value the husband, and the husband to be able to value the wife to be. So how does this thing go hand in hand? So how does a woman value a man? I said, no, you don't ask me that one. I believe you should ask a woman, because gonna be days there are a lot of career women that I was thinking about, okay, the woman will cook for the wife, for the man, or the stuff, and they were asking how many people cook for their husband, how many ladies now prepare, especially the career ones. Everybody go out there, Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, that's somebody call. That is not appreciation, and that is true. So how does a woman appreciate her husband in the form of that, in coming together, in proposing to one another, in preparing for your wedding? How does a woman appreciate? Maybe I don't really know. That is why I'm putting this out, and I want people to comment when they listen to this little video clips. I want you guys to comment to let me know, how does a woman appreciate when it talks in terms of of having a child? It is the two of you that are having that child. It is not one. The responsibility of bringing up that child has to fall into the two hands, not one. So you can't tell me, if you value a child, you have to appreciate that man one way or the other. If the man can appreciate you, buy you this, buy you that, all those stuff, making sure that you live very well, how do you value that man? What are the value you added into that man's life? To talk to him, all those everything, because materially a man should be able to add value to his wife. Materially, spiritually, morally, he should be able to add value. So in what way? Possibly spiritually, maybe yes. Which other way? So that is what I've been. It has I've somehow confused since maybe the last 2 weeks. They were discussing that thing. Sometimes it's not confusion. It now boils down to me being laughing most of the time. That was the meaning of all this. But some other time when I think and I went over their discussion, I found some certain level of trust of people saying reality in this thing, because don't let us lie. How does a woman, I want to know, to me, you is or it might be morally, it might be in another way spiritually, but a woman should one way or the other. So if you want to be claiming that we are equal in this modern society, a woman too should find a way of adding a value to the man. That's what I believe. So that is why I'm doing this. And then when it turns to the likes of buying ring, is it the buying of that ring that is much more important, or my willingness to have you in my life that is much more important? So if it is having you in my life that's much more important, then having me too in your life should be much more important to you too. So you to going out there to buy the ring, I believe shouldn't be any problem for you to do. It now just boils down to that man, whether if you collect that ring, because I will use one more, God forbid bad thing. That is my own, personally, that is my own way. It will never have to be, because I believe a man, that is part of what you call a man. A man is not just by that word man. Man is just the one that should protect a woman. That is according to the word of maybe religious word. But it now depends on this modern day world that religions only, it is when we wanted to exploit ourselves, then we bring the word of religion into it. But when we want to find a way or the other to capitalize on one's weakness, then religion is aside. It is then equality, something comes in. It is then it boils down to, you are a man, I'm a man, so we equal in this, fine, we equal in this relationship. But I believe in terms of our responsibility to us, really should be divided equally too. If that is agreed on, then I believe what you are saying is right. That a woman can go out there, pick up a ring, possibly even if it is wedding, you can just buy a wedding ring too. A lot of the so-called rich ladies are doing it just for the sake of just having somebody as their husband. I won't have somebody just for the sake of having a wife. I want to have my own wife because it is a must, because I want that person in my life, because I love that person, because I want to be with that person, because I believe that person will add some value into my life. So that is why I want to be with that person, not just for the sake of, okay, that is my husband. No. So that's why I want you guys to to please comment, enlighten me, let me know what is going on, let me know who should pick it up. The first date, should the man pick the expenses up, or it should be divided 50-50, or they should just come in because he has got nothing and just after something and just get away. That is one thing. Second one is that engagement ring, we should be responsible. So let us put, you can come from different way. You can come from a religious way, you can say what you want to say, what religion said about it, and then in our modern society what is also said. So maybe you can then, at the end of the day, we can be able to shed more light on this, and then they will then know which one is who should pick it up, or it should be the two of them putting money together. But I don't see that one because that is not possible. Because if you getting engaged with somebody is something that just comes down from surprising that person, not the stuff. But 99.9%, the only thing that I've always seen in my life is a man surprising a woman. Will you marry me? Only once. That one that I said earlier, that was what I had, and I was just shocked and I was just laughing. So even the guy too was a bit taken aback. He was so surprised and somehow embarrassed that he later said it wasn't that he didn't want to, but he just never comes up to his mind, because he thought, okay, after the job we already won, so what's the sense of all this stuff? But one day we do it. But the wife was just agitating, and she wanted it very quick, and then she went for it. So if you are the type of woman who will wait for it, who will go for it, let me know. Just I want you to comment on these little clips and let us see where we are. If you are at the right spot, if it is right for a woman to buy an engagement ring, to pick up a first date. There was a lady who was saying a man should be able to pick up the first date, because most men, first date for women, they always want to look good by buying new clothes, doing a lot of new hair, does everything, spending a lot. But men naturally, they don't really care. You see somebody just coming from office, okay, I've got it this, it's like I've got it this particular time, and they got there, they don't care. So they expect them, if you've not spent anything, and I should come spend money to look good, just to look this good, so you should be able to. But I don't believe that one is somebody who comes from office really just don't fancy that particular thing. Sometimes it is your intellectual something that really fancy. So though look actually goes a long way in one or the other attracting to one another, but sometimes I shouldn't be only look, it should be what is upset there. What do you have upset? What do you want to deliver? How do you want to add salt to my life? I believe that should be the main thing. And it should not be, so it now also boils down to, it should not be the pocket of that man to buy this big the engagement ring. It should always be, okay, what does this particular guy have in mind, have in brain, have in life to offer to my life. I can have 1 billion, I can be a billionaire, I might not be able, apart from the financials, I might not be able to add anything, any cogent thing into your life, and that might be a problem, because the main value one added to one another. To me, I don't value it in monetary terms. I value it in intellectual terms. So if I can be able to think of my own in an extraordinary way, in a bit to step off from my thinking, my reasoning for me, because I met that person, that's the greatest thing that I always like to achieve in a woman or in a lady. And if that one is missing, I don't believe one should be around that particular person, because sometimes it's a drawback. So that is why I'm asking you guys out there, I want you to comment on this clips. I want to know who should be responsible for one, a date expenses, first dates in particular, who should be responsible. And second one, uh, what is we should pick up the engagement ring. And the third one, I just want to know, apart from maybe moral value or spiritual, what are the other value that a woman can add to man's life? So you can join me on my Twitter. I'm also on Twitter at Murphy Ojo, and also on my Facebook page, that is Maruf Ojo, that is MAHROOFOJO, that's my surname. And then also on Blogspot, that is murphyojo.blogspot.com. So I'll be there. You can just meet me there. Let us discuss this. I'm also on YouTube. You can also meet me on YouTube. That is Maruf Ojo. That is MAHROOFOJO, just like my Facebook page. So I have a lot of video clips there, and I'll be loading a lot more. So just let us talk about what is going on around us. Let me know, so I'll be able to challenge some of my friends later on anytime they decide to discuss this, because it seems that they really mean what they were saying. One was so tough that day that he said it meant it. A woman should be able to pick that thing up too. So let me hear your own review, and then possibly I'll be able to comment back on your comment. Thank you very much.